Angela from the blog angelamariemade.com. Today I'm going to show you an IKEA dresser hack with the IKEA MALM dresser, and I'm going to show how to paint IKEA furniture as well that has a laminate surface. I'm also going to show you how to make repairs on the IKEA dresser if it's an older dresser that needs a little bit of fixing up. We're starting our bedroom makeover, and I wanted to give my old IKEA dresser a makeover because I've had it for well over 10 years since my college days, and it was looking pretty shabby. It's been through multiple moves, and I haven't been super careful with it. It was kind of falling apart in a few places and needed some repairs. Although I'd love to get a beautiful new dresser and get rid of my old IKEA dresser that I've had for years, it's just not in the budget for this makeover. So I wanted to give it an updated and fresh look with a fresh coat of paint to make it look nice and go better with the overall style of our bedroom makeover. I have the full tutorial and material list linked below in the description box. Alright, let's get started with this IKEA dresser hack. Step 1 is to assemble the IKEA dresser if it's new by using the directions included in the box. If it's an old dresser like mine, make any needed repairs. I'm not sure if it's just my dresser or all IKEA dressers, but some of the drawer bottoms on my drawers were drooping downwards and falling out of the drawer groove. To fix this, we added some liquid nails to the drawer groove and then placed the drawer bottom back into place into the drawer groove. Also, one of the drawer divider boards had a partial crack in it. We glued a paint stick behind it to make it more sturdy and then filled the crack with spackle. Next, to prep for cleaning and painting the dresser, we used some scrap 2x3s under the dresser to make it easier to get to the bottom edges of the dresser. We also placed a drop cloth under it for painting. If your dresser is an old IKEA dresser like mine, it's important to clean the dresser and drawer faces, or basically anywhere that's getting painted. This method is really similar to how we painted our laminate kitchen cabinets, but we used a degreaser cleaner with a sponge to wipe it down, and then we wiped it down with water and allowed everything to dry. The next step is to lightly sand the dresser and drawer fronts. Use a medium grit sandpaper, I used 150 grit, and lightly hand sand the dresser and drawer faces. It's important to just lightly sand, just enough to scuff the surface up so the paint adheres better. Wipe off the dust with a damp cloth. Step 5 is to add the trim to the dresser drawers. Use a miter saw and cut 1.5 inch lattice board for trimming out the drawer fronts. You can get all of the cut measurements that I made exactly for this IKEA MALM dresser model on my blog tutorial, which is linked below in the description box. Attach the trim to the drawer fronts. Use dabs of construction adhesive on the back of them and secure in place with a few 1-inch brad nails and a brad nailer. I found it easier to first attach one of the longer trim pieces in place using clamps, since the trim slides really easily on the laminate surface. Then I put the next longer trim piece in place, but before nailing it in, I put the 2 short side trim pieces in place to make sure everything was a snug fit. Step 6 is to add trim to the top of the dresser if you want. For the top trim, I used boards that were 3/8 of an inch thick that I found at Lowe's, and I trimmed it out by attaching the boards with construction adhesive and brad nails again along the top edge of the dresser. Before painting, make sure to fill all the nail holes in with a lightweight spackle and lightly sand it. Also, caulk any gaps or seams that need caulking. Step 8 is to prime the dresser and drawer faces. It's really important to prime IKEA furniture with a shellac oil-based primer. Because the surface of the dresser is laminate and almost like plastic, you need an oil-based primer to prevent peeling of the paint and to provide better coverage. First, I primed all the corners and places I couldn't reach with a roller easily with a cheap $1 chip paintbrush that I could throw away since I was using an oil-based primer and didn't want to have to clean a good brush with mineral spirits. Then I rolled over the rest of the dresser with a roller and the primer. After priming, we added holes for our cabinet knobs. I'm so excited to be adding knobs to this dresser. Mark and drill one hole in the center of the two small drawers. Our center point for the small drawers was 7 13/16 in from the side and 4 inches down from the top. For the larger drawers, we drilled 2 holes on each. We drilled them at 7 7/8 across from the left side and 4 inches down from the top for the left hole. And for the right hole, we did 23 5/8 inches across from the left side and 4 inches down from the top. Now it's time to paint the dresser. Again, we started by cutting in any hard to reach areas with a paintbrush and then rolled the rest. We used 2 coats of paint. I used White Dove by Benjamin Moore. Allow the paint to dry. Lastly, add your cabinet knobs for the finishing touch. I use these cute mushroom knobs that I will link below. And that's it. Well, I hope you liked this IKEA dresser hack and learning how to paint IKEA laminate furniture. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and please subscribe and follow along to see all of my upcoming bedroom makeover projects. Thanks again for watching.